Next up, MobileBridge and Eyal Oster. Welcome to the stage.
Good afternoon, I should say, everybody. Thanks for joining. My name is Eyal, and I'm president of a company called MobileBridge. And I'd like to present to you the things we do. So in general, I'd like to start with, as you know, some hype going on in the market around blockchain and around cryptocurrency. The CEO of Starbucks was actually asked, do you believe in cryptocurrency and do you see yourself going into this space? His answer was, yes, Starbucks, we do believe in cryptocurrency. We don't believe in Bitcoin because it's just a speculation type of coin. So they asked him, what do you then believe in? He said, I believe in a cryptocurrency which is going to be backed by real companies, by real intrinsic value. That's what I believe in, and that's what we're going to be investing in ourselves. So that basically brings us to what they're going to be using their cryptocurrency when it actually arrives. It's all about customer loyalty, right? This wish to drive customer loyalty. And this huge market of loyalty rewards, loyalty mileage, points, and so on is a market which is a growing market. It's a $500 billion a year market. And it's obviously driven by points. And as we all know, this market of points has an intrinsic problem. The problem is that we all, of course, are gaining points by buying in the supermarket, flying in airlines, fueling our cars, pumping our cars with fuel and so on. We get points, but we actually never have enough points to actually use it. And therefore, this market has a sickness. And this sickness is that about 50% of all points go to waste. And people think, well, companies are happy about it because then they don't have to give you the points. But in reality, it's a missed opportunity because most of the marketers, if you ask them, they actually do want you to use the points because it drives customer loyalty. It actually drives the customer satisfaction. So there is a problem in the market. So it basically means that there is a real problem here. And to solve this problem and to actually allow companies to go into cryptocurrency for the purpose of loyalty, you have to solve some issues. Having said that, a few companies are already going into the blockchain. So Singapore Airlines has just announced that they're going into the blockchain world. They're going to be converting all their loyalty points into the blockchain. So rather than giving you points, they're going to give you coins. The same goes for Japan Nippon Airlines. They're going into it. AirAsia has just announced that they're going to go forward with cryptocurrency points. Burger King has announced that. And a lot of other retailers are going into the world of cryptocurrency for not the reason of creating another Bitcoin or speculation coin. They actually want to give you points which are running on the blockchain, which anyway is kind of similar because points are a way to convey value. So therefore, it calls to attention the fact that you need to solve some intrinsic problems that relates to converting your points program onto the blockchain. And what are the problems? Well, the first problem is obviously you need to allow those points to be liquid. It's not enough to put your points on the blockchain. You need to actually allow them to be liquid. And to do that, there is an issue because you typically need to sign up to an exchange. And that's very expensive. It takes a lot of time. A lot of exchanges don't accept new coins. So how do you solve this problem? Second thing is, when you actually launch a cryptocurrency onto the blockchain, it's typically a speculation vehicle. A lot of people are going to be betting on the rising or the falling of your cryptocurrency. They're going to short it, or they're going to be running some schemes on it, like a pump and dump and so on. That's not great for any CFO. So there needs to be coming to the industry as sort of a standard, and that's exactly what we want to do. How do you create a standard for companies like Starbucks, companies like United Airlines, like Singapore Airlines? How do you actually get them onto the blockchain with their own type of cryptocurrency? And how do you make this stable? How do you make this liquid? And these are all the challenges. And for that, we actually created a platform which is called the Momentum Platform. Now, the Momentum Platform basically has two types of functionalities, two main types of functionalities. The first part is the part here, which you see here. This is actually a token launch and management machine. It allows every company to create their own token and to launch it onto the blockchain without the need to have programmers or to hire big corporations like IBM or any other one of the largest system integrators. You launch your coin within 30 minutes. And because you launch your coin on the Momentum protocol, then every single coin which is launched on the protocol, and by the way, these are customers of ours. Burger King is a customer of ours, Volkswagen is a customer of ours, Shell, and so on and so forth. Because you're running on the same protocol, then every coin is actually exchangeable for the other coin. In other words, if you're holding Burger King coins, you can actually convert it into Volkswagen coins, and you can convert it to Shell coins, and so on. And the other thing, of course, if you're launching a cryptocurrency onto the blockchain, you need to have some kind of program, a machine learning driven program, to actually define the rules of when are you giving coins to your customers. Are you giving your coins when the customer enters the shop? Or how do you determine the amount of coins that you're going to give away for purchases? If you're Hilton, for example, you want to give away, of course, some points every time the customer stays at a hotel. But what about posting on Instagram? What about filling in a survey? What about bringing some friends to the hotel and so on? All these are things you want to reward, of course, points for. And for that, you need some kind of system to define that. And that's exactly what we have here. It's a loyalty and marketing rule machine. Now, these systems are actually live. So it means we've got running customers on these systems. And I can show you that if you'd like. I am at booth 6, so I can demonstrate the system to you. And then how it actually looks to the end user. When the end user visits a Hilton and stays there, or shops in a supermarket, or any other program which is part of the Momentum protocol, he or she are going to be getting tokens. For in this case, for supermarket, they're getting tokens. And you can see the value of the tokens here in the local currency. But of course, to convert from one token to the other, you want to make sure that the user does not need to run through an exchange. So that's exactly what the Momentum protocol allows you to do. It allows you to launch your own token, but then allow your users to jump from one token to the other. So here, all the user has to do is click on this button, and he's going to be converting from a supermarket token to a rental car token, and so on and so forth. And the Momentum token, which is the token that we are now actually selling in our public sale, is called the Momentum token, and it is the reserve currency which allows you, through the use of smart contracts, to convert between tokens without the need for a cryptocurrency exchange in the middle. And then, of course, it doesn't stop here, because if you're giving away tokens for things, you're going to be giving away tokens for, of course, shopping. You're going to be giving away tokens for posting on social media. You're going to be giving away tokens for the attention of your customers, for data insights. So what about, for example, giving a token when a customer fills in a survey and shares it on social media? Or how about giving away some tokens when a customer who's just bought a bag and got 160 points for shopping in the bag perhaps shares it with their friends on social media? So there's many reasons why you would want to give away tokens. And here, of course, you are actually turning your customers into part of your marketing machine. You allow your customers to create their own content, and you allow your customers to be rewarded in cryptocurrency for their effort. So you're kind of enlisting your customers as part of your marketing machine. So in this case, you can see that the customer has posted a shoe guide, and this woman who has looked at this shoe guide gets an invitation to book a shoe fitting session. So she comes to the shop, and she's going to be getting away tokens just for coming to the shop. And it's not really dissimilar to what you would get today with points, of course. But in this case, we're talking about a full convenience for the customer to move from one cryptocurrency to the other, while having those cryptocurrency stable with a complete intrinsic value. What basically it allows companies to do is to take care of the three main circles of a customer journey. The first part is before a customer becomes a customer. He goes through a search phase, a discovery phase, and then a decision phase until he becomes a customer for the first time. And then, of course, the next loop here is once the customer has become a customer for the first time, you want to make him a repeat customer. You want to make him a loyal customer, because 20% of customers are loyal customers, but those 20% actually drive 80% of the business. So you want to make them come back. And every given point in that customer journey, you have a lot of communication and a lot of insight potential with your customers, and that's exactly what those platforms do. So that's basically what we do, the Momentum platform. I'm very happy to show you the platform actually working at our booth, booth number 6. We are now doing what is called a reverse ICO. So reverse ICO basically means that we're an established company. We're 30 people. We're based out of Switzerland in the city of Zug. And we have taken a traditional company, running, established with a strong leadership team, and we are doing a reverse ICO. In other words, we are tokenizing that ICO and converting a standard company into a token-based economy company. And that's what we're doing right now. So we're inviting people who are wishing to invest in this kind of business in two types of vehicles. One is we are selling tokens, and for some strategic partners, we are willing to actually sell equity. So if there's any question, I invite you all to come to my booth at booth number 6, MobileBridge Momentum, and I'm happy to hear from anybody here. So thanks a lot for your time, and bye-bye.